Welcome to Teachers and Train Stations. We are going to find out about Seth's most embarrassing moment and maybe some other stuff. You always handle the intro. I have no idea what else I say here.
Welcome aboard.
Oh, welcome aboard.
There you go.
All right.
All right. You want to know about my absolute most embarrassing moment?
Sure.
Hold on. Let me
I'll
turn.
go for it.
All right. I want to be able to look you in the eye with this.
That's terrible.
All right. Long story short, which ties into the other thing that we were going to talk about. When I was in elementary school, it was second or third grade. Do you know the play, The Emperor's New Clothes?
Yeah, it was just written that year, right?
Something like that. Okay, here's the story. Basically, two guys come along and they turn to the king and they say, "We can make these clothes, only idiots can't see it. Smart people can see the clothes." So they pretend to sew it and they pretend to do all this stuff and they sell these clothes to the king for mountains of gold.
Yeah.
And so they say, "Yeah, this is great because only idiots can't see this. So you'll know who's smart in your kingdom." So they pull out the outfit, which of course is not there, and they show it to the king. The king's thinking, "That's fantastic. I love it," because he doesn't want he can't see anything. He doesn't want anybody to see that he's an idiot.
Yeah.
So long story short, in this play, it's second, third grade. What they did for that is they had auditions and a bunch of kids tried out for the king part, not knowing that the king, to be quote unquote not wearing any clothes, they were going to put this kid in long john underwear.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, you and me, no big deal. I could walk down the street in long john underwear. I wouldn't care.
It's like a sweatsuit that's not very thick. Yeah.
When you're in second, third grade, you're naked. You are in underwear. You're naked in front of everybody. That's how you think of it.
That's because you grew up in an area of the world where it was warm.
California.
No. An area of California where it was warm. I grew up in an area of California where it was cold.
Okay.
So everybody knew long john underwear because everybody saw everybody's long johns.
Okay, great. Let's make this about you, Jeremy.
Well, no, I was just saying
this episode was about me.
But see, I'm just looking at it like, yeah, of course. Why not?
All right, so hold on. All right, so a bunch of kids tried out for this part.
Yep.
And this one poor sap got the part. And this poor kid was so embarrassed. Like the second he had to get revealed in his long john underwear, which was naked, the entire school laughed so hard. And this poor schlub, everybody was laughing so hard, the principal had to come on stage and calm everybody down. And take a wild guess what moron got that role.
You did.
Betcha. Absolutely. It was me.
It was you.
Fast forward.
I feel a little guilty about using my size 13 boots and stomping all over your feelings just now. Sorry about that, Seth.
Now, fast forward a couple years. I go to see the longest running movie in the history of the planet.
A couple years go by.
Well, okay.
Not a couple years ago.
No. About 20 years later, I go to see the longest running movie ever. It's a movie that was made in 1972 and is rated R. So expect to see a show that's rated PG-13. It's the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I go see it, and the lights come down. I've been hearing all about this thing. The lights go down. Hang on a second. I got to turn this mic a little bit. There you go. The lights go down. The movie comes on. Everything starts, and it was the most boring piece of garbage I have ever seen in my life. I ended up falling asleep. Fast forward a little more.
Hold on, can I pause for 1 second
Go
to
ahead.
give commentary?
Go ahead.
I feel that exact same way today.
About?
Okay, keep going. About the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Have you ever seen it?
Yes, I've seen it multiple times, but I've also seen that live
You've never
version
seen it
that
with
Fox did or whatever, and it was okay, and I kind of sat through that one, but yeah, anyway, keep going.
You got to go with me. So fast forward a couple years, like a decade. And
so you're 32?
I'm somewhere in my 30s, I guess.
Okay.
Anyways, I end up dating this girl. And she actually runs a cast. and they needed somebody to play the lead character, Frankenfurter. So they do an open cattle call.
And for everybody who doesn't know this, Frankenfurter is a male dressed in a sequined teddy playing a transvestite.
He is it's Tim Curry wearing women's underwear.
And to be honest, Tim Curry, I love Tim Curry.
Yeah.
He's my favorite actor.
Then you have to love the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I don't love the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I love Tim Curry in it.
Okay, well, you got to go with me. So they do this open casting call, and I turned to my girlfriend. I'm not going to say her name because she still owns that cast. And I said, I want to audition. She goes, you have to do, you're going to have to audition like anybody else. I'm not just going to give you the role because you're my boyfriend. I said, not a problem. So the audition time comes. I don't think I've ever told you this story.
I have never heard this story. I am literally like waiting on bated breath.
Okay, so I turn around. And I say, let me just go get changed in my costume. She's like, costume? What costume do you have? So I go to the back. They can't see me. I strip butt naked. Butt naked. Like
it's buck,
everything's
by
there.
The way, but okay.
Buck naked, whatever. I take my sock and I stretch that thing until I can hear it ripping, to really stretch it out. I put it over my junk. Now, the two people running the audition are my girlfriend who's seen me naked and her best female friend. I'm not going to say her name. I'll just say best friend who had never seen me naked. I put this sock over my junk. I'll just say, thank God I stretched it out because it wouldn't have fit. And it was one of those stretchy socks.
Oh my gosh.
And I go out there. They could not stop laughing. They're like, oh my God, you have guts to do this. And I'm like, I just don't care. And I did the audition and they just looked at each other and they were laughing so hard and they said, you've got the part. And I actually fell in love with the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But before the show, we would do pre-shows, little skits. And do you know the movie, The Full Monty?
Yes, I absolutely do.
All right. I kept going to her and I said, hey, girlfriend, I want to do the dance from The Full Monty, where it's the one at the end.
Yeah.
And she goes, you get it together. You get the guys to do it. You practice on your own. She's like, I'm going to have nothing to do with it. You audition it, and if I like it, and if it's good, we will do it. So I got a group of about 6 or 7 of us together who were on the cast, all guys.
Yep.
We figured that thing out, move for move. The smallest little detail we did that full Monty dance, and we all did strip, even rip away pants and everything. We had everything. So it was an absolute blast. And I have one thing to say. Hi, Mom. And to my well, I don't think my mom.
Your mom, who's into her 90s, is now clutching her chest.
She's in her 80s, but no.
I thought she was 90s. I'm sorry.
She actually doesn't listen, but you know who does listen? I have one family member that listens. One.
Your brother.
I have a brother that
narrows it down because you've only got brothers.
I've only got brothers, and he's super Orthodox religious, and so.
Oh, is he in the other country?
He's in Israel. Yes, yeah. He's one of my 2 brothers in Israel. So he's probably sitting there going, "Yeah, that's my brother Seth. Yeah, he would do it." Yeah. So yeah, if you want to go for a good time, go see the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Go with me. It's fantastic.
You know what? I will absolutely go with you.
You need to do it.
We're going to put this on the list. We've got that chalkboard going. We've got the road trip to somewhere in the middle of the desert.
In the middle of the desert, we're going for quesadillas.
I'm not going there.
You're going for the quesadillas.
I'm not going there. We've got, oh gosh, there's all kinds of other things. We need to go shooting. We need to go do a bunch of other things.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, okay, we'll add the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Now, I don't want to just sit in a theater. It better be the full theater version.
Oh, no, it's going to be the full thing where you're throwing toast and you're doing rice.
We need to do that. All right.
I know all the shout-outs. I make some up of my own.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got to be honest. I'm looking forward to eventually being able to take my daughter to that and my son.
No.
Cringy. No. It's actually because it's just so much fun. It really is a lot of fun.
Wait till they're adults.
Well, I'm waiting till she's 18.
Nah,
So-
wait till they're older than that.
Eh.
18-year-old daughter is not going to enjoy going with her, 90-some-year-old dad.
But that's actually that's how I met her mom.
You know what? Yeah, we'll leave that alone.
We'll leave that
here.
alone. We'll leave that one
right
alone.
here. I will tell you this. Boy, it's a tie for all the embarrassing times I've done. Because I'm not afraid to share them, so they don't seem as embarrassing as they would to other people.
Oh, what's your most embarrassing thing?
Hey, boy, I fell on a China cat when I was little, sliced my leg open, had to show everybody my butt and my scar.
A China cat.
Yeah, literally, it's made of China porcelain, and it's a cat.
Oh,
they were really super popular in the 70s.
I thought you had a Chinese cat.
No,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't know.
I got in all kinds of trouble at school. I mean, name it. I passed out in school sucking too much helium. I was in elementary school. I don't know why they let me in charge of filling the balloons.
Jeremy, I'm saying this. You're my best friend.
Brain damage.
I just want to say this. When you were younger, you were an idiot.
Oh yeah, I absolutely was. I mean, I did. My mom used to joke something. I'm gonna get the quote wrong, and she's gonna correct me later. And someday we're gonna have my mom on this show. But she used to say, "Kids, you should bury kids at 13 and dig them back up at 30 when they're done growing."
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right.
But yeah, passed out that for another time. But got in trouble, ran away from home, stole a car, all kinds of stuff. I got a
Well, that's not embarrassing. You were just a bad kid when you were a kid.
You look at it now and you're not really happy. You know what I mean? I got a 0.25 GPA. That was embarrassing. That was really probably one of the most embarrassing things.
You meant 2.5,
no,
right?
0.25.
0.25, not 2.5.
D minus and all the rest Fs. 0.25.
What did you get the D minus in?
Beginning foods. I was actually a good cook, but I didn't show up to class, and so she said she couldn't give me anything better than a D minus, which I understand that now as a teacher. Sometimes you give that pity 60%. But yes. Oh boy, I mean, there's the random stupid stuff, but I look back now at this age, and I just don't care about them. But yeah, I think probably the things I'm most embarrassed about are the things that I look back now and I'm like, boy, I should have listened to everybody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's it. So, but yeah, so that's it. I didn't do a lot of embarrassing things after I got to be an adult. I did get drunk one time, and I will tell you this is where I learned this. You do not mix alcohol in diet sodas that have aspartame.
Okay.
If you mix diet sodas or any diet drink that has aspartame and alcohol, you will absorb all of the alcohol sugars. Little known fact, when you drink alcohol, you don't absorb all the alcohol. Some of it gets passed through your kidneys, blah, 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 liver, blah, 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 moves on, blah, blah, blah. But it bonds perfectly with all the aspartame, and your body loves sugar. So not only are you getting the alcohol, you're getting the alcohol bonded with sugar.
Oh, God.
And this is actually one reason why I think it's still a thing. It was back probably 20 years ago that you cannot order a Red Bull and diet soda in Vegas because it was basically a cheap because you absorbed all the alcohol.
Oh, so we can't say that word.
Oh, okay. It was basically a cheap way of getting a girl back to your room unknowing. How's that? Is that
okay? There you go.
That works. Because a girl would say, "Oh, I can have 2 or 3 of these and I'm fine," but you have 2 or 3 of these with a diet soda and you're not fine. You've had all the alcohol. And so in Vegas, you weren't allowed to order a diet cola and Red Bull.
Now that we've given you the free,
I hadn't thought about that. Yeah,
hey,
we
might have to edit that.
I think that, to be honest, I think it's out there. This is a public service announcement as far as that goes. So don't order diet soda and alcohol. Well, anyway, my buddies were trying to help me out, and they bought me 151 rum. And they were being nice, and they bought me the rum, and everybody else was drinking beer that night. And so me thinking, I don't want to share my rum that they bought me, I left it in the paper bag. I never opened it. I just assumed it was plain old Bacardi rum. And I was having diet soda. Well, I was having diet soda and 151. And apparently I drank most of the bottle. with my diet
Apparently.
sodas. Apparently. And I was very wasted. Um, it was bad. And so they brought me home. I was married at the time. I'm still married. But it was a bad thing. It was one of those deals. And literally the answer was, no, 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 you go walk across town and you go get the car the next morning. And I did. And I did the walk of shame across town to go get my car. And I think that was probably the most embarrassing time. And it was one of those few times. I think there's been about 3 or 4 times in my life where I've literally sworn off alcohol for a while. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I went too far there, and I'll turn it off for 4, 6 months, a year, whatever. And like, you know what? I'm not doing it for a while. And I think that was probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever done.
Well, if you would like to share your most embarrassing moment, hit the comment button, like,
Oh my gosh.
subscribe. We would love to have you as a subscriber. We're reaching 80
Ooh.
subscribers now. We're getting close to that. We'd love to hit 80. We'd love to hit 100. That's our goal, 100.
I thought you said 1,000.
We're going to get to
Aim high.
1,000.
Aim high.
800's our, well, 80 is our first goal. Then 100. We'll skip 90. And then we want to go for 1,000.
Okay. All right.
Because that's really where it takes
I will tell you
off.
this. Seth will tell you, I don't listen to our podcasts because I feel like it's cutting myself. And because I just don't like hearing my voice. But I do. I eventually break down and listen to them all, binge listen one night, and I do read the comments. And I will tell you this. I am excited to hear what these comments are if people are going to talk about their most embarrassing time.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm excited to know. Not that I'd call anybody out, just that I'm just interested to find out that everybody's human. And with that, I think we'll see you at the next stop. Maybe just a little red-faced.